On today's episode of Black Women Connecting Communities, we'll be talking about women's health. Ladies, how do you take care of your health? We're being very unapologetically black.
Black women, black women, black women, black women.
Black women connecting communities.
When we get together and we do it collectively, that's even more powerful.
I sit in my own truth.
We want to distribute information to our people.
We are very organized. It's going to take us to come together.
Black Women Connecting Communities.
Welcome, everyone. This is Black Women Connected Communities. I'm your girl, Miss Chris. And hold on a second. Let me get this. Oh, there we go. You have tuned into another edition of Black Women Connected Communities. Today is April 14th, and we are talking about women's health. So just to recap real quick, our last episode, we had Global Sisters United Day, and it was a great celebration. Thank you to all of the women who joined us, all those who were there in spirit, and all those who joined us on the Zoom for the picture. It was a great time. But today, we have the whole crew with us, Ty, Boogie, Carib, and our ambassador of creativity, Portia. How y'all doing? Hey, ladies.
Hello. I always look forward to
Black women.
Hey, ladies. So, how's everyone been? How's everyone? It's been 2 weeks.
We are L Boogie, just maintaining. You know what I'm really looking forward to? I'm looking forward to a consistency of 75-degree weather and above on a consistent basis. That's what I'm looking for.
Say that again. Say that again.
That for the people in the back.
For the people
Because
right.
I can use it.
And I could use some sand in between my toes too. That would be nice.
How about that? How about them apples?
Definitely some water. I see water in my near future.
Right?
Oh my gosh, yeah.
I don't even want to talk about it. Because y'all
something in this hand, something in that hand, kind of balance out.
Listen, you know what? It's really something about that 60, 70 that you just feel like you need something in your hand. And I felt like I was doing happy hour almost every day just because even if it was to myself, I was just like, I just need, yes. So,
can we talk about that black margarita though? You had that black margarita. Can we talk about that?
Whew. Man, I can't even talk. You have to taste it. It's good.
I want to see it.
Yeah, you got to taste it. So listen, but for honestly, like the background behind this drink is it's at this place called Hades, which is there's 2 locations in DC. And years ago when I was working like in publishing and like doing the show and things like that, PR more so than publishing, but we were working with this band and they had a spot at Hades and they needed a drink. We wanted to do like a special night. So he was like, let's get a drink, create this drink. So the restaurant been holding on to that drink all this time. I should get commission.
You should,
but
well, it's on the record now.
The drink is good.
Wait a minute, is that the one? Is it on Georgia Avenue, Uptown? Is that one?
Yeah.
And
right they have the bomb quesadillas.
Carib.
Yeah.
Carib.
Let me know where you want to go.
Carib. That's
I'm
where
with
we
it.
used to go to the.
I'm
That's where
with
we used to go see. That's where we used to go
Let's
see
go.
the band.
Oh yeah, the bands used to play there. Yep.
It sounds like, ladies, it sounds like that's somewhere we need to be.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm always down for a Hades trip. I'm obsessed.
Well, listen, today, again, we're talking about health, and we got 2 guests with us, joining us. We have a nutritionalist, Miss Rakia Smith, and a wellness expert, Ashley Arlington, and they're going to be joining us later, and then we're helping us have this conversation about women's health. This is very important. We are getting, what are we, more seasoned, right? That's what they call it.
Yes,
Refined.
I'm right. Refined like wine. There you go.
Yes.
So, you know, we have to pay attention to our health. And for me, I know that I'm very anemic. And I'm like trying to figure out what I need to do to not be anemic. Because the doctors can't help me. And I could take iron all day and they be like, we still can't figure out why. So, you know, I'm really interested what I can learn from these two ladies.
Yeah.
I am too, especially
I'm
the
anemic as
nutrition
well.
part. Like I have no discipline when it comes to food and nutrition, but as I am becoming seasoned, my doctor's like giving me all these, you got to do better with this. The deal, I'm just like, dude,
Not
can
today.
I live?
Mhm.
But I do. But nutrition is definitely a major part of just, I think, for anyone. And I think it should be something that starts off when you're young. That way it's easier to maintain as you get older. So I'm very excited to talk about that.
Absolutely. And I know, like, you know, Boogie, of course, everyone knows her victory. Okay, her victory. And I mean, as far as like eating and the nutrition, like I'm pretty sure that's very important. And you said, Boogie, like when we were talking about this, that you're finding more and more people who have are being diagnosed with cancer. So how, like, maybe what are some of the things that we can do to like reduce some of these ailments that we have in our community as well? So
Yeah, that is major. That's why I'm very excited about this episode, because a lot of times they have taken they say the way you could change your diet.
Mhm.
I'm so sorry, unscripted.
Bless you.
So sorry.
Bless you.
Only you, Boogie. Bless you.
Always Boogie would do something like this in the middle of the show. But yeah, changing your diet has a lot to do with it. So taking the medicine, they say so.
Yeah.
Looking forward to listening to the experts. Who,
Hallelujah.
Yeah.
Hallelujah. Wonderful.
This episode for me comes at a time where I actually just slowed down and decided that while my husband celebrates Ramadan, I'm going to take this time to work on myself, eat better, get back into exercising, drinking more water and things like that. So that's where I'm at. So I'm very excited about this episode myself tonight, because I really want to go like a more natural, all natural way, really, and work on my skin, on the natural mask and things you need to do to clean the inside.
That part. Oh
Love
my
it.
gosh, it's gonna be a good show. We're gonna have a good show. It's gonna be exciting. I know we're gonna get to it. So I know. Oh, we got a whole bunch of time. Okay, I'm about to say, I know. Boogie, are you laughing at me, Boogie?
yes, because in our time, a certain number of minutes, that's like an eternity sometimes.
Right. And you know what I'm saying? And I was like, because I just knew, I was like, yeah, so because I'm ready to get to it. You know, I'm ready to hear what we need to eat. Like, I got my bottle of water somewhere. I brought it down here on purpose, right? Oh, and I've been drinking this.
It's good.
That's really good too.
It is. And so I've been drinking it to, you know, it's really good. I get it from Costco. I mean, from the BJ's. I got the little membership. It's a really good price. And I can drink it really fast. I drink a couple of these a day. It's pretty good.
What is it?
It's pomegranate juice.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, it's pomegranate juice.
So I'm excited about, talking about learning new things and new ways of eating certain things, because during my journey, my taste buds has changed. So the things that I really used to like before, I have no desire for them. So I'm stuck because I'm so used to eating the same thing all the time. I'm like, hey, this is a great time to eat something different, because I might like it this go around. Right. I didn't like it, and it's good for me, because most of the time, I mean, let's just be honest, things that are good for you taste horrible, right? So this would be a good time when my taste buds are playing tricks with me. So I could try something new, and it may be, you know, benefit me in the long run.
Refresh your taste buds.
Exactly.
Oh, okay. That's a good testimony there, Boogie. Because I mean, I know I'll be trying to taste. I'm supposed to eat liver, you know, for being anemic. Oh,
yeah.
Girl. What?
And so that was the thing with
Oh
me.
my
Being
gosh,
anemic,
Chris,
told me
my
to cut,
liver
'cause I
is
had
good
cut red
though.
meat.
Well, can you cook me some? Can somebody cook me some that I might
So
like?
my grandfather used to make this bomb liver and gravy with onion. You gotta hook it up, girl. But he would make it with,
Eat the onions
you
and the
know,
gravy. Give me the onions.
onions. Woo!
I would take
I remember I took it to school one time and the kids was looking at me like I was crazy. And that was my meal.
I would have been one of those kids.
What is
that?
Ew, what is that?
That's the best thing you can eat.
I get weirded out.
You can.
But you know what, Boogie? It is, you know, I think also, you know, when you do start eating differently, your taste buds also kind of change with that too. You know, you kind of start feeling like, you know, you've gone without it for a while. And then when you start eating bad things, it's like, wait a minute, you know, it's just, it doesn't taste the same. And then your body, I've noticed that my body will react differently if I haven't eaten something for a long time. It could be like a food that I always, and I'll just put it out like burgers. Like burgers or something like that. I'm like, okay, I need to stay away. Even if it's not red meat, it's just still just the whole burger thing. So when I taste it, sometimes I'm just like, okay, it sometimes makes my stomach feel a certain way, you know, so which helps me stay away from it as much as possible.
This is true. This is true. Well, now look, we talking, and then now she's telling me to wrap it up.
Yeah, quick that time go.
Right, you see what I'm saying? But then that means that our nutritionalist, Rakia Smith, is coming up, and she's going to talk to us. I know she's been listening on the background, so I'm pretty sure she's going to come in with some information all ready to go for us and you listeners out there. So if you have any comments or questions, feel free to leave them in the chat. Make sure that you're watching us. We're on Facebook Live and we're on YouTube as well. And we're also, this is the audio, the visual is. And if you're listening to the audio, you're listening to Wow You Radio. There's so many great things happening over here on this side of the world. Just make sure that you keep it locked. We're getting ready to get into some music, and then we'll be back with our special guest, one of our special guests, nutritionalist Rakia Smith.
exchange numbers. Y'all do y'all thing because the world get ready to blow up because of who? You.
So this is definitely God's vision being carried out.
Yes.
Definitely a moment for women all over the world. And that's what I love about it because it's unity.
I was going to see all the sisters out there. 1 billion sisters.
We're back. This is Black Women Connected Communities. I'm your girl, Miss Chris. This is a special episode about our health, and we're talking about women's health. And we have a very special guest joining us for this segment, Miss Rakia Smith, and she is a nutritionalist. And she's going to just jump in this conversation and join us and talk about, the things that we talked about already, anemia, cancer. How can we just eat and make better decisions with our nutrition? So please help me welcome Ms. Rakia Smith to Black Women Connected Communities.
Hi, y'all.
Hey, welcome. Look, I sound like, don't I say that?
Girl. welcomes.
I'm serving up a plate of goodness.
I just want to know if I could have French fries and a side of celery. How can I
It's like the good with the bad.
How can I balance this?
It's the moderation. It's moderation.
Okay.
Trust me. That's what I tell my patients all the time. That's what I tell people that I work with all the time. It's all about moderation. Too much of a good thing is a bad thing. Too much of a bad thing is, of course, a bad thing.
Mm-hmm. So just tell us a little bit about what you do, how you came to become a nutritionalist, and we can take it from there.
Okay. So I am a registered dietitian nutritionist. And I have been practicing nutrition, going on about 10 years now. About 10 years now. It does not feel that long at all. I graduated from Howard University, and I got my degree in nutritional sciences with an emphasis in dietetics. And really what makes registered dietitian nutritionists different from regular nutritionists is that we have to have internships, and we go through 4 years of schooling, and it's just a whole bunch of stuff. We're pretty much like doctors for food. And really, I got into nutrition because I love food, pretty much. I wanted to be a pastry chef before I became a dietitian.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Oh. How you do that? Where did you do that?
Because
I like figure out how to make a pastry healthy pastry.
Well, I like science. I like to see how things kind of break down in your body and what different things are used for.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just and it was always really cool to me ever since I was maybe in middle school.
That's nice.
So is it true? Okay, so is it a myth or is it true that sugar feeds into cancer?
So it's true and it's not true. Okay. So anytime we have any kind of quote unquote junk into our bodies, okay, or things that our bodies have too much of, all right, and they can't get rid of it appropriately, it can start to kind of float around in our bloodstreams and things of that nature and cause problems. One of those problems is the free radical process, which is when you get all of these like real nasty things happening in your body, and it oxidizes your cells. And that's actually what turns your cells cancerous.
Okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So what are so when you say that these things, they start moving around your body, so is, we keep hearing about detoxes and doing that. So should you be detoxing every single day to help cleanse that? Like, how does that work? Is that accurate as well?
So you have 3 God-given detox systems. You have your lungs, your liver, and your kidneys. And really, if you want to count your skin, because your skin is also the largest organ of your body, and it does get rid of a lot of waste products through its pores in the form of sweat. So you could also say that you have about 4 detox systems in your body already. There's no need to detox a detox system, because you could actually wind up introducing toxins into your body that you don't need.
That makes sense.
You're blowing my mind.
If you want to detox, quote unquote, eat more fruits and vegetables. Okay. That's the best way.
Even for gut health.
I love that.
Even for gut health. Yes, ma'am. Fiber is really important when we talk about gut health, as well as prebiotics and probiotics, and your plant foods, as well as like your whole grain breads and brown rice and things of that nature are really, really, really good sources of vitamins, minerals, all types of different types of fiber that your gut actually needs to function.
It's funny you say that, because we think about these diets like keto diets and things that won't allow you to have those particular foods. So what do you think about that? Like, I have a very hard time, because I need to have some kind of fiber in my diet. Like I need that. But if I try to get on keto, it's like, no, you can't have this, you can't have that. So what do you think about that?
First of all, and this is just a tool of, I guess you could say, a tool of the trade that we tell everybody. A diet is a diet is a diet. And any diet or any diet plan that you go on to lose weight, if you stick to it, you're actually going to, it's going to work for you, However, that does not mean that all of them are good. Like the keto diet, for example, that's like so popular out here right now. First of all, that was not meant for weight loss. It was actually meant to treat little kids that have seizures.
Wow.
Because it's very high in fat. And our brains need fat in order to function properly, right? And people saw that it actually kickstarted ketosis, which is why it's called the keto diet. Right? Ketosis then helps your body burn fat, right? Well, it also can help your body, form, again, free radicals and also certain toxins and waste products that can crash your kidneys. So really, a well-balanced diet, maybe make half to 3/4 of your plate fruits and vegetables, and eat lean sources of protein like beans, or maybe even, fish and things of that nature. Include healthy fats in your diet, and move. Move. Because if you do not circulate these vitamins and minerals, they're not going to go anywhere.
Okay, amen. I need to tell my daddy that one.
They're not going to go anywhere.
Listen, you are dropping some jewels, okay?
Yes.
I feel like slapping everybody that be promoting keto right now. Like, I don't want to get no more. No more.
I'm be a little upset with you right now.
I've never had to.
You're gonna have to put a disclaimer. Sorry, this may hurt your feelings, but
But I'm here.
There's no magic pill.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no one magic food to make you lose weight. Superfoods are superfoods for a reason, because we throw that term around a lot. Superfood. But superfoods are just plants that have additional chemicals in them that your body can use to benefit your health. That's all it is.
So can I touch on one more thing when it comes to anemia? anemic.
Yeah, thank you, Boogie.
Yeah. So when it comes to being anemic, like how do you go about, what is the diet for that? What is the nutrition advice that you have for being someone who's anemic?
So it depends on the type of anemia that you have, because there's two types of anemia. There's iron deficiency anemia and what they call pernicious anemia, which is the vitamin B12 deficiency. That is really common in vegans because vitamin B12 is found mainly in our animal products. And so vegans actually should be taking some type of vitamin B12 supplement to avoid this. If you are iron deficient, really what you should be doing, it's called the meat, poultry, fish / vitamin C diet type deal. So what you do is we eat a source of iron, like dark leafy greens or red meat, right? In order to
that means
unlock,
I can eat burgers, like legit.
Yes. Yes. And actually, if you ate lean sources of red meat, you would actually find that it's easier for your body to intake that iron. Okay. But you get it, if you get it from fruits and vegetables, it'll be a little bit harder, as well as supplements. So you always need to make sure that you're eating something that's either got meat, poultry, or fish in it. Or if you're going to take a supplement to, supplement your iron, make sure you're taking it with some type of orange juice or something that's high in vitamin C, because that is not as available for your body to use as it would be if it came from like a meat, poultry, or fish type product.
Gotcha. Okay. Thank you. Yes. Oh my gosh. Thank you for giving that. Yes. But you know what? We have each lady, we have at the end of each segment, we have a moment. And right now it's time for the R moment with Ty. So Ty, what you got for us this week?
Oh gosh. So I was about ready to ask more questions. So anyway,
I'm sorry. But
so the R moment is and if you guys follow me, I've been talking about Stress Awareness Month, and April is Stress Awareness Month. And the thing about it is that, healthy eating and your eating habits also falls into, managing your stress. But with Stress Awareness Month, it's all about understanding the differences between if you're stressed or if you are depressed, because there are so many similarities to the emotions that you feel when you are overly stressed versus when you're depressed. So some of the things could be, you may feel like you're not getting enough sleep. You may be irritable. These are some things that you also experience when you're having depression. The difference is obviously depression lasts about 2 weeks or more longer. So you just have to really be able to identify what you're going through at that moment, as well as make sure that you're taking care of yourself. We're talking about healthy eating, going out, getting some sun as the weather is, finally just becoming beautiful. Even if you don't, can't go outside, try to do something inside, or just go out for a ride. Sometimes things like that, listen to music can decrease some stress. Making sure that you are taking those moments to breathe, making sure, I always talk about boundaries, say no when you need to say no. And, just really practice some healthy stress management tips that we will also post on the BWCC page to help you. So Stress Awareness Month, take care of yourself, manage that stress, and get healthy.
Right. And eat right. And drink water, okay? So, Makia, can you stay with us?
You're in the happy hour too.
Right. Don't forget the happy hour. The happy hour keeps you happy, Makia, can you stay with us? Can you stay with us a little while?
Sure.
Okay, great. So, up next, in our next segment, we have our wellness expert, Ashley. I was going to call her Rhea, but she goes by Ashley Rhea. She will be joining us. She will be joining the conversation with us. And this particular segment is sponsored by Black Girl Crystal Bar. So make sure you follow them on Instagram at blkgrl.crystalbar on IG. That part. So keep it locked right here to Black Women Connecting Communities. You don't want to miss what we got going on. We'll be right back.
Indie for your mind, indie for your spirit. It's Wild Radio, so you know you're gonna hear it.
Welcome back to Black Women Connecting Communities. This is your girl, Miss Chris. Man, we are having a great conversation. On the back end, you are missing all of it, but you're catching all the good nuggets. Still, there are a lot of gems being dropped here. And if you missed it, we had Miss Rakia Smith in the second segment, the nutritionalist, and she was just talking to us a little bit about anemia and cancer, so just a whole bunch of stuff. But before we close all the way out with you, Rakia, can you give us your contact information and then answer a question that Ty has for you?
Sure can. So on Facebook, it is my name, Rakia Sparkle Smith. And before anybody asks, yes, that is my real middle name. And on Instagram, it's Kia Smith RDN. And you can always instant message me. I do take virtual clients right now. Not trying to take too many, but yes.
Yes. So the question that came during our break, we were talking about, we talked about women's health and fibroids. I totally forgot about fibroids, which is very common. So many women have it, and there's so many, of course, there's surgery or things that you could do to get rid of them, depending on how severe they are. But what is your take as far as healthy eating and dealing with fibroids?
So healthy eating and dealing with fibroids, really, you have to look at the source of where your fibroids are coming from. Most of the time, especially in Black women, we have a lot of stress. And our diets are not the best. And so stress and poor diets can actually kickstart a lot of disease pathways in your body, and fibroids is one of them. I always encourage anybody who has any kind of uterine fibroid issue to really connect with a nutritionist and see about these anti-inflammatory fruits and vegetables that you can eat, things like the cruciferous family, which are your cabbages, your broccolis, your cauliflowers, and things of that nature. Berries are also really good antioxidants, and they also help with things like fibroid formation and things of that nature. Dark leafy green vegetables, eating a variety of different foods as well, because just because somebody tells you that one thing is good, we as humans tend to then isolate that one food, and that one food is the only thing we'll eat. And that in turn causes us to have deficiencies, which can then later on in life lead to fibroids.
I'm eating everything. I'm not doing no more diets. I'm eating everything.
That's it.
Diets are done. Diets are done.
No more dieting. Well, thank you, Rakia, for joining us. You can feel free to stick around. But I want to go over to our wellness expert, Ms. Rhea, who's joining us today. Rhea, how are you today?
I am wonderful. How's everybody doing?
Good.
I'm loving that backdrop, Rhea. Yeah.
I know. That is everything.
Oh, she does a lot of different things. She's like, I just had to put wellness expert because she had a whole list. I was like, I can't fit all this on the thing. But I'm excited to hear what she has, because, as well as eating, as far as eating well, you have to take care of like the whole body, not just what you put into it with food, but everything that you put into it. And I know Reyes can talk about that. And, going back to the stress, that the all moment, we were talking about stress. So this is really going to take all of that to a whole nother level. So Rhea, thank you for joining us. Tell us a little bit about yourself so that we can start asking you questions.
Okay, so I do a lot of things, as Ms. Chris mentioned, but for me, most of it is around movement and vibration. So I believe, along with a lot of other folks, that everything is a vibration. It's kind of scientific fact. And you can truly change your wellness and your entire being with certain vibrations. So you'll notice I have a gong in the back. I do a lot of sound healing, tuning forks, gong therapy. I'm also a breath coach and a meditation teacher and a yoga teacher. And I just finished a certification for Pound Fitness, which is like an aerobics class using weighted drumsticks. So I'm about making sure the entire body is doing well and doing what it needs to do.
Hallelujah.
Oh my gosh. Yes. And so, I first of all, for me, meditation and music is like part of my therapy. Like, just, having you know, whether it's like listening to, you know, just regular smooth R&B, or I actually have meditation playlists that I listen to when I just need to just kind of shut things down and just really like woosah and really kind of get things together. So I'm so glad you mentioned that you do that. And the vibration thing, I think, yeah, that's everything, because for me, I feel like music and anything that deals with just those patterns is kind of therapeutic.
Just to get you moving, yes, the vibration of the beat.
And I mean, if you think about it, throughout your life, you've used music to either change or enforce a mood. You know, when you're going through a breakup as a teenager, what'd you do? Listen to 1,000 sappy songs, and you never really felt better until something else happened. You know, I wake up every morning and I have a really odd playlist, but it's really upbeat music because I like to wake up happy, right? So it's kind of interesting. I'm a musician. I'm a classically trained pianist since age 3, so I've always been into music and vibration. And once I realized how music can affect mood and even energy levels, I just sort of dove into the science, and here we are. So,
wow. Can you give us an example of, like, if you had a client that came to you and they said, how could this help me deal with, you know, stress? We're talking about Stress Awareness Month, or just, you know, their mental wellness overall. Like, what kind of example could you give someone as far as utilize this tool and it will make you feel X, Y, and Z?
So one of my favorite things to do is sound baths. And everybody goes, what's a sound bath? And do I have to get naked? And I always have to chuckle. You know, you can be fully clothed, but what it is literally being bathed in sound vibration. So you can either lay on the floor or on a bed, and you're surrounded by different sound bowls. They're tuned to specific frequencies. And the vibration literally just flows through you. So it can help ease pain. I've actually used tuning forks and watched swelling decrease on people. Really? I had a friend of mine who contacted me about her son because he had sort of a really bad accident. And at first they were talking about facial reconstruction surgery. And we used sound baths and tuning forks. And within about 4 weeks, the doctors were like, we don't need to do surgery. And we're not quite sure what you did, but keep doing it. So if nothing else, taking a moment to breathe, because I tend to incorporate breath work and breath coaching into sound baths, just help bring people to a nice calm state. Taking a moment to breathe and then just getting lost in music, because it's easy to get lost in music. It's an incredible stress reliever. You know, 30 seconds to, you know, take a couple of breaths. It's 30 seconds out your day, but you'd be surprised, you know, when you're upset, how just taking a moment to fully inhale and fully exhale will make all the difference in the world. I always tell my son, when you're getting upset or when you feel angry or when you don't know how you're feeling, and he's 18, so, you know, male aggression, take a moment, release your tongue from the roof of your mouth, roll your shoulders down your back, and take a full inhale and exhale. And people don't realize when they're upset, they're holding their breath. Their roof is where their tongue is on the mouth, right? So just that reminder that, okay, let me bring myself back here in this moment right now. It changes everything. I've seen people do 180s.
Well, okay, so speaking of, oh my goodness, this just blessed my whole entire life. So I am a survivor of cancer, of lymphoma cancer, right? So going through chemo and then treatments at home. Going through chemo was a lonely stage at this point because of COVID, because you can't have anyone going with you, right? So at home, what are some of the things that you would suggest? Because I found myself in dark places at times at home when I forget to listen to music, or what are some of the other things you could do besides just listening to music and, you know, the sound bath that you mentioned? What are some of the other things that you suggest?
One of the things that we do all the time without realizing it, or we used to when we were young, is hum.
Mm.
You know, children hum all the time. Just that vibration, it's a good thing.
They stop making all that noise.
Right. As adults, we want to keep them quiet, but hum. Take a moment to hum. You know, if you can hear a certain tone, like if you're in the kitchen and I have a lot of metal bowls, so everything in my house resonates. It's interesting, but I'll try to match tones with humming. Okay. Again, just taking a moment to breathe is a really good thing. Of really, I think easy, but I've been doing it for at least 20 years. When negative thoughts start to come, I love the number 3. So as soon as I recognize a negative thought, I'll instantly come up with 3 positive ones.
Right.
And I'll say them out loud, right?
Yeah.
You know, so it's okay to talk to yourself in my house, right?
Well, that goes, talking to yourself goes back to the vibrations, you know, as far as hearing yourself, hearing you speak out loud, you know, the good, the positive, you know, it goes with that. So I totally get that. Yeah.
Y'all are just serving up all kinds of goodness. I just cannot. I cannot.
I'm loving it.
Yes. So Boogie, Raya, we're gonna stay on. We have to take a break. But I want you to come back and of course and help close out but Boogie. I mean, we just got all that goodness and you about to drop your spiritual nugget on us. So what you got for us today, Miss Pastor Boogie?
So the one, I still have to get accustomed to that, Pastor Boogie. One thing I've been thinking about lately is being intentional, right? So being intentional, of course, we're speaking of health today, being intentional. And I said that the other day because God placed someone in my spirit and I figured I needed to call that person. And I'm really hung on being intentional. When God asked me to do something, I need to move with it. So you just never know when God places something in your heart, you need to reach out to them. You never know what headspace people are in, and just some words of encouragement that you may happen to give them that day could be exactly what they needed to move forward in their day and get through maybe some of the challenges that they're struggling with or something like that. But just, I knew that God placed that person in my spirit, it was a good connection because something good came out of that conversation to help me and the other person. So the spiritual nugget is just be intentional of eating healthy, being intentional of getting on track with your exercise. And if you're getting on an exercise, you know, it takes 30 days for it to be permanent. So just be intentional on moving forward and being healthy, having good health, having good mental health, having good nutrition habits, and being intentional is my spiritual nugget.
I love that.
And let the church say,
I love that.
Amen, Pastor Boogie. You see what I'm saying?
Y'all.
I
can't. This show is so much confirmation for me. I just told you I was doing a 30-day challenge, and it was for more than, it's for consistency. I have to do this. It's not to drop the body weight. It's for life. I have to move for life, you know. Go ahead, y'all. Just go. I can't.
Listen, y'all, I'm loving y'all. This is too much. This is why this show is the best. Okay, oh my God. Because I forgot we were on here. But and I have a program director is like, you gotta move. So we gotta move. We got one more segment coming up. Everybody stay tuned. We're gonna have both of our guests up. We're gonna close this out. I'm gonna do this work, keep the faith at the very end with the CTA career, just to let you know, because I'm gonna come back and we're gonna continue this conversation and wrap it up. This segment is sponsored by Lessons from My Exes. Shout out to our BWCC partner and one of our BWCC women for her podcast. And make sure you check us out. We're on Spotify, iHeart, Google
us. Just Google us.
Google us. www.blkwomencc. We'll be right back.
Andy for your mind, Andy for your spirit. It's Wild Radio, so you know you're gonna hear it.
In 5, 3.
Welcome back, y'all, to Black Women Connected Communities. This has been an awesome sauce show. We've been talking about health. I mean, we've been getting it, and I know we probably drained Kia and Rhea with all the questions we was asking. We came ready today with the notes and everything, but it's been a very great show. Like the comments on Facebook, thank you guys for listening. It's been a lot of great information. Real quick, Rhea, can you give us your contact information real quick as we wrap this up? As you guys know, this is our last segment. The show goes so fast.
Definitely. So my company is The Positive Deviant. If you know me, it makes perfect sense for you. And my social media handles, both Facebook and Instagram, are The Positive Deviant 32. If you want to reach me directly, you can also email me. So it's thepositivedeviant32@gmail.com.
Right. And all those services you're talking about, like the sound bowls, sound baths, and
sound baths, tuning fork therapy, Reiki, fitness stuff, so yoga and movement.
Well, I want to try Reiki.
Crystal healing, color therapy. I throw parties. I'm doing a waist bead party this weekend. So yeah, definitely stay tuned.
Yeah, see, Black women connecting
communities. Is there a guest list for this? Can I just pop up?
The waist bead.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
It's just like I'm gonna come to the party. Okay, so I am gonna do my the CTA, do the work, keep the faith moment. I know I said I was going to do it at the end, but I was moved. So I know I told Carib that, but she told me. So anyway, so what I gathered from this, and I'm just moving with the spirit right now. The call to action for this show, okay, guys, is to create your 30-day habit, okay, and make it easy on yourself. Print out a calendar. A regular calendar, or draw some squares. You know what I'm saying? You don't even have to print it out. Draw some squares, put 30 blocks in it, and just do something each day that's going to move you in the direction that you're trying to go into. You know what I'm saying? If you want to drink more water, at least start with 1 bottle, then 2 bottles. So increase it slowly, gradually, but over the next 30 days, dedicate that time to yourself. Figure out what it is, where you want to be, and then, listen to our experts tell you how you can make the best of that, okay? So I know what I need to do. I'm about to be 40 next week, y'all.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go into 40 like,
right.
Okay, anyway. But I'm gonna go in smiling, and I'm really excited about this. So this is like, timing is the best. So, put your calendar together, do the work, you know what I'm saying? Do those 30 days. And at the end of those 30 days, reflect on how far you have come, because you'll be amazed the differences that you can make in just 30 days. So that's the part, that's the part that you need to focus on. So that is my do the work, keep the faith moment for this episode, focusing on our health. Let's do our quick closing comments from everyone. And then we do have some announcements that we want to have coming up. So let's start with our guest. Thank you again so much. Kia, do you have any closing comments or any words of wisdom you want to leave with our audience?
Don't be afraid to try new things, and don't be afraid to try old things. And last but not least, and I tell my patients this all the time, move. You cannot out-eat a bad diet. You can't out-eat a bad exercise routine, and you cannot outrun a bad diet.
Whoop it. Yes. I like that a lot. I'm gonna have to write that one down. Boogie, did you write that one down too, Boogie? Okay. Because we could compare notes after the show. Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Kia. Make sure that you follow her. Give them the Instagram one more time.
It's Kia Smith, RDN is my Instagram, and my Facebook is Rakia Sparkle Smith.
Wonderful. Thank you again. Rhea, do you have any closing comments, words of wisdom for our beautiful audience today?
I definitely do. Just remember to breathe. And by breathe, I mean a full inhale and exhale. Like, most of the time you'll realize that you have to actually exhale first so that you can then inhale and exhale, but remember to breathe. It's important. That's really all I got for everybody. My social media, again, is the THE positive deviant, spelled correctly, 32.
You ladies have blessed us for sure. Ty, do you have any closing comments?
Honestly, I feel like they touch so much. Once again, just continue with all of us here have given you guys something to take home with, something to really think about. Just really focus on yourself. Self-care is such a must, especially to the mommies out there. Take care of yourself. Just make sure that you are incorporating self-care into your daily lives.
That's right. And that is from our ambassador of mental health, Miss Ty. Thank you again. Boogie, what are your closing comments for today's show?
Yes, I'm going to touch back on my spiritual nugget, which is be intentional. Be intentional of your mental health, be intentional of your eating habits and moving your body. As she says, move, move, move. Breathing is huge too. You just don't even realize how much you can relieve stress with just breathing. And now I'm going to be humming a lot more.
Right. Yes. So
I'm gonna hum and take the my tongue out of the roof of my mouth and breathe.
And breathe.
All at the same time.
All this. I just want to say this show has been a whole blessing to my life. I have fully enjoyed the conversation and the wealth of information and knowledge. What it brought me back to is the basics. What you guys talked about was nothing fancy. There was no fancy smancy anything in what you said. You said eat plants and fruits and vegetables. And that's for us anemic people. You do need to have that meat. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so eat off the land and breathe and use the natural sounds around you. So that's what I got from everything that we just talked about here. So, again, just return to that natural state. Just go back to the basics is what I got. So thank you so much, ladies. I hope everyone enjoyed the show. But we do have a few announcements, and Carib, it's your turn for your reflection and all of those wonderful announcements that I know we have coming up. But you're on mute, so we can hear you.
Of course I'm on mute on the visual. I wasn't on mute on, on the audio. But it's your girl, Carib Jim. And we do have some announcements, and we have some good announcements at that. We're actually going to be giving away some tickets. I think we mentioned on GSU Day that we're going to start ticket giveaways to concerts and different shows. So this month, we're giving away tickets to Friday Night Funnies comedy show presented by Jackie L Entertainment and Blue Sky Promotions. So this show is going to be held on April 30th at 7 p.m. at the Comfort Inn in Upper Marlboro, Maryland. Of course, there will be social distancing and lots of laughs. So we're going to actually announce the winner on our April 28th show. So in order to have a chance to win these tickets, you guys need to listen. You need to follow us on social media. So BLK Women CC on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. So follow us on there. That helps you become eligible. And then we're going to pose a question. So I'm going to ask the ladies, though, do you think we should pose the question tonight, or do you think we should just put it on our social media? Both?
Okay. I think we should do both.
Okay. I figured Boogie said both. Okay. So the question that you have to answer, and I'm not sure if it's on the website yet, but you're going to go to our website on Wow Radio, www.wow, the letter U, that's WOW, the letter U, radio.net/BLK Women CC. And you're going to go there. You're going to click the enter to win button. And then that's going to take you to the contest page in which you answer this question. What was the all moment about tonight? That's the question. So I hope you were paying attention, because of course we're not going to give you the answer. So I hope you guys were paying attention. Again, I'm not sure. I got to double check, but I don't think it's on the site yet. But if it is, go to our website on whyuradio.net. So whyuradio.net/BLK Women CC. Enter to win. Click that button, and it'll take you to the question and answer. If it's not on there yet, then all you have to do is email blkwomencc@gmail.com. So that's fairly easy. Also, I have one more announcement. We are doing a 3-day series on our podcast next week. And this is in celebration of Black Women's History Month, which is, of course, this month. So this series is called Unapologetically Me, and it's the BWCC Her Story. So on day 1, we're going to talk to women in leadership, which is April 20th, same time, 8:00 p.m. right here on Wild Radio and on our streaming live from our Facebook page and the Wild Radio Facebook page. The second day will be women in media. And then the third day will be all about our youth, young women rising. So make sure you guys tune in next week. That is the April 20th through April 22nd, starting at 8 p.m. each day. So we're going to have some great guests. Of course, if you're following us, you'll see the flyers starting to pop up and the promo of the speakers that we're going to have on for our 3-day series of Unapologetically Me. And I think you guys are really, really going to enjoy it. So all of this information, you can go directly to our website to find our social media, to find past episodes, to find current news. That is www.blkwomencc.com. So that's really the hub for everything, honestly. So yep, I enjoyed the show. I'm done with the announcements now. I enjoyed the show. I learned a lot. I know I wasn't really active in the conversation with the guests, Rakaya and Raya, but I learned a lot. I'm going to do better with my eating because I'm not really that good at it. I'm gonna do better because sometimes I eat 1 time a day. Yeah, it's not.
I'm available should you need help.
No.
Yeah, I don't really want to talk about it. That's a different show.
That was this show. We were supposed to talk about it on this show. Something about your health.
It was definitely this show, and we should have brought that up. Like how many times you're supposed to eat? Dang it!
A day.
Okay, I mean,
like how many?
Can we get that answer though? Because I think that's really important.
Can you tell us real quick how many times a day we're supposed to eat?
It would be nice to eat at least 3 times a day with snacks in between, preferably.
So they really want you to eat like that. Okay.
But if you cannot at least have breakfast, lunch, and dinner, at least try.
Okay.
That's why I said, if you need help, I got you. Don't worry.
Okay. Everybody's like, okay.
I'm here.
Yeah, they really want you to eat all those meals.
Yeah, they want you to eat all throughout the day. Yeah, I failed. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Well, you know what? That's okay. So again, it's been a wealth of information. We could go on and on about this topic. I know we can, but we have to wrap it up because it is, we are well over our time, but it's been well worth the wait. So thank you all the ladies who joined us today. Again, another great Black Women Connecting Community show. As always, make sure you go back and check out our past episodes, our past season, like Karib said, on BLK Women CC, and follow us across all social media platforms. This show will be up everywhere, Spotify, iHeartRadio, in probably about 5 minutes after the show. Or, 24 hours, give it 24 hours. And then you can check us out. So check us out. We'll be back next week for the series, the Unapologetically
for the 3-day series.
For the 3-day series. And then we'll be back here for our live, regularly scheduled show, April 28th. So make sure you stay tuned. Black Women Connected Communities. Again, don't forget ever the visionaries empowered. That's it.
And I gotta say that this song, we're gonna take it out with this song. This is called You Got It. This is for you ladies by Vito. So we have a nice young gentleman taking this out.
Oh, thank you.
I know. He be singing that song so well.
Yup, that's what we're gonna focus on.
He sing that song so well too.
I love it.
All right, y'all.
A wonderful guest. You were amazing.
We're being very unapologetically Black.
Black women.
Black women connecting communities.
When we get together and we do it collectively, that's even more powerful.
I sit in my own truth.
We want to distribute information to our people.
We are very organized. It's going to take us to come together.
Black Women Connecting Communities.